So after my outbound sales AI generated those 17 leads, I was filming an update to the client that I've built this agent for, and I thought, why don't I take you guys a little bit behind the scenes of just the newest change that I've made to the AI agent that's responsible for literally so many meetings and thousands and thousands and thousands of dials and sales and follow-up. So anyway, I'll try to block off some of the critical information, especially the prompt, but I wanted to just kind of take you guys, at least for a while, under the sheath of what actually happens, of how the updates look like, how the client communication looks like, and what are some of the changes, and kind of what's the psychology of building these agents, and what's the perspective of building them so that they could close and book as many sales or jobs as possible. So there you go. And now I'm going to also give you a demo of how it now sounds. I've re-engineered the questions to be a little bit more emotionally prodding. So in the beginning, I'm going to basically act as a very not interested. I'm gonna show you how it handles itself, and then the second time I'm gonna be semi-interested, and I'm gonna see if I can do a third time for you where I am receptive and how it asks. Okay, so regardless of how the conversation goes, it does exactly what you want. It opens the wound, qualifies questions, and then books the call if they are receptive. And instead of just in the first time it asks for the meeting, I made sure that it doesn't say, oh, feel free to cancel, it's just a placeholder. No, it's a meeting. Make sure to show up more towards that side, okay? So I'm just going to show you how I ask for the, for the business, basically, in this scenario. So, and my gut tells me it will be worth it for you to at least hear how they're dealing with these issues on their end. Would you be completely against me sending you an email with some information? And would it be possible for us to have a 15-minute Microsoft Teams meeting next week, just so you're in the loop? Okay. So, okay, now let me do this. This is Carlos. How can I help?
Hi, Carlos. It's Alison here, calling from Kavita in the UK. We actually haven't spoken before, so excuse me for contacting you out of the blue. I wanted to be really quick and proactive. I wasn't sure if this is relevant for you or not. It's just that next Thursday I'm speaking with a few manufacturers in your area, and I'm just helping them and their procurement team get a better understanding of AI and how they can use it to automate procurement processes. And, what's been really interesting, they've been telling me about issues around supplier acknowledgement, all the follow-ups, and managing all the documents for orders, which are at risk of delay. Carlos, I wanted to really quickly ask you, is AI automation on the agenda? Is innovation something you're open-minded and curious about as well?
I'm not interested, sorry.
Oh, no worries, Carlos. I want to respect your time. I'm just curious, how are you guys managing supplier orders? Is your team stuck wasting time buried in manual Excel sheets? Or have you finally found a legitimate way to streamline the process?
Yeah, we use our ERP system, but honestly, I'm going to the meeting right now. I don't have time. Sorry.
I hear you, Carlos. It sounds like you're really busy right now. Just a quick question. How do you ensure suppliers don't miss deadlines? Do you just rely on hope in your team's manual efforts, or do you have a system that actually works?
No, we don't just do hope. We do have a system, but again, it's just I need to go right now. If you could just send me an email, I can take a look, and maybe if I'm interested, I will respond.
I totally get that you're in a rush, Carlos. What I'll do is send you an email with some information about us and what we do, and I'll put a placeholder time slot for a quick chat. So it's literally just a placeholder meeting, and if my email...
Okay, so this is, if they're really resistant, then it reverses. Okay, listen, this is valuable. It's just a placeholder meeting, no big deal, okay? But So to save you the spiel, right, I'm just gonna do the text version so that you don't have to listen through all of this. But I want to show you how it constantly loops back and digs for the pain, asks a question, digs for the pain. Okay, so I can say something like this. You can see it right here. I'll zoom in for you. So this is Carlos. Okay. Hi Carlos, blah blah blah. I can say not interested. Okay. And then it will say, how are you guys managing supplier orders then? Like, is your team stuck wasting time buried in manual Excel sheets? Or, this is the answer, okay? So it's kind of acknowledging, but then also just jumping in. Okay, so how are you guys doing XYZ then? Just curious. Finding the pain. So then I can answer, yeah, we do have a system, okay? I can say this, and then it would say, gotcha, so how many purchase orders do you handle, and is it ever too much to juggle, or are you guys too small for that to be a problem? Like, almost like poking at the fact that, are you guys just too small, and these are not problems that you guys even have? Almost like, well, you don't have this problem, you're too small, so you can kind of get the answer from them. And then you can say something like, no, we're not small. I mean, we do have a lot of delays, you can say, okay? So I hear it sounds like dealing with those delays can be really frustrating. Do you actually have an automated process for expediting? Or do you just approach it as a scramble when things go wrong? No, we do have a team that does it manually. So you can see now I'm kind of receptive. But here's how it just continues to acknowledge, empathize, but instead of just shooting for the meaning, it shoots for the pain. Then, yeah, we do have a system. Yeah, we're not, I don't know how to answer this. Do you just rely on hope? No, we don't rely on hope. We do have something in place. Okay, so then it says, got it, Carlos. I'm just kicking myself right now because the headaches you're facing are literally identical to the manufacturer I'm consulting next week, as they're also dealing with delays and manual processes. And this right here, Anam, is very critical. This is what took me so, like these hours. This right here is dynamic. So whatever they say, whatever they say, the AI will insert here. I've made that logic to be that way, okay? And now, so it said delays and manual processes because I said the team does it manually, So it said, oh yeah, delays and manual processes. My gut tells me it will be worth it for you to at least hear how they're dealing with these issues on their end. Would you be completely against me sending you an email with some information? And would it be possible for us to have a 15-minute Microsoft Teams meeting same time next week? Just so you're in the loop? So then you could say, yeah, sure. Same time next week works? Yes. Like remove the thinking. And then now, once it dig through the pain, found the pain, they're doing things manually, that's the pain. Now it's asking information and it's asking for qualifying questions. The amount of suppliers, the amount of monthly purchase orders. And then, guess that information, then the zap will fire to your Slack channel and fire to your CRM. If the amount of suppliers is over 100, okay? And if it's less, then it will not fire, it's not a lead, no notification happens. But if there is a lead, now it's nurturing time. And this is the gap now I need to work on for you guys, is how do we, okay, we found the pain, we qualified the lead, we got them, they agreed to a meeting. How do we now nurture them and warm them up even more to make sure that they show up, to make sure that they buy, obviously. So let me know what you think. This is the progress. Let me know if there's anything at all that you need. I'm here for you guys.